Hello everyone. So in this video, we are going to discuss what is the proper formatting and presentation to score good marks in the final examination. It's rightly said, well begun is half done, but I would add, well formatted is half done. It means proper formatting and presentation, they both play a crucial role in the final examination and to score good marks. So let's discuss. So in this year's question paper, you will get two sections rather than three sections as it was in the previous examinations. So part A and part B. In part A, you will get two more sections, literature section in which the comprehension will come from the text itself only, and the reading section, it will be unseen passage. Okay. And then part B, again, it is divided into two sections, the literature section and the writing section. In literature, you will get question answers, short as well as long answer type questions from the literature, from both Flamingo and Vistas. And in writing section, we will get all the questions related to writing skills. Okay, now what are we going to do and how are we going to present our paper? So first of all, what we need is we require four things first. The first one is a gel pen, then a blue ball pen, a pencil and a ruler, of course a scale. Okay, so these four things should be there with you during the examination. Okay, so what we have to do, we will divide, because the numbering that we are going to do in the paper, it will be with blue ball pen, and rest of the paper, the content, it will be written with gel pen, and a pencil and a ruler is required to underline the main points that I will notify further. Okay, let's start. So here is a question paper here is an answer sheet in which lots of things are done correctly and few things are there which are done incorrect. So we will rectify all those things and you are supposed to write the things in this particular order only to score good marks. Okay, so first of all, what are we going to do? That part B, as literature section is there in which short and long answer type questions are there, is supposed to be done first because we are familiar with all these things. So first of all, in part B, literature section will be done first. So see, part B is written here and part B is written here and it is written in capital letters. Okay, and underline it with a pencil and using a ruler. Okay, so this is and leave a line, and below that write down, put a common bracket. Common bracket means this one, this bracket, and the first letter will be capital, literature L will be capital, and write down it and underline it properly. Then leave a line, and now the question number, the literature section, it starts from question number 10 here. Okay, so answer number 10, A and S 10 is written, margin is drawn here, and you are also supposed to draw a margin on the right hand side. That I will show in the next slide, that how is it drawn. And answer number 10 is there. Afterwards you will put a colon. Okay, this will be the format, no need to change the format, and then leave a line. Okay, afterwards you will put whatever serial number is given in the question paper, the same will be used while writing the answers. Now what the students they do, they write answer number 10 here and again answer number 1, answer number 2, that is totally incorrect. So avoid all these things. So it would be better for you people when you avoid all these things. Okay, now the first part is written here, it is okay, and then leave a line after writing the answer. Okay, these are the short answer type questions, leave a line after that, then answer number 3, and do write the same serial number as it is given in the question paper. Suppose you are because only two questions has to be done here, so answer number 1 is written and the answer number 2 has been skipped, so you are not supposed to write 2 here, you will write the genuine number which is given in the question paper. Suppose it was question number 3. Okay, let's proceed further. See, again it is given over here, answer number 4 is there. Okay, after that leave a line, proper line, then answer number 5th is there and answer number 6th is here. And you must have noticed one thing, that all the letters they are below each other. See, so it should be the indentation, the margin that you have drawn here, it should be used wisely, and all the letters they should be on the side of, with the side of the, beside the indentation itself only, so as to create a more comfortable zone for the evaluator. The more evaluator friendly will be your paper, the more you are going to score in the final examination. So what the students do, they write in zigzag motion. First one letter is written here, next one is written here, next one is written here. So that is totally incorrect. So avoid all these things in the exams. Okay, and the indent on the right hand side that I was talking earlier, that a margin has to be drawn and it should not be that, and the dimensions, they should be wisely selected. What the students they do, they write, make a box here, they draw an indentation here, and they draw indentation in between, they write in this particular area. That is also totally incorrect. So indentation, whatever margin is there on the right hand side, just take a little bit, leave a little bit of space and draw the line here using a scale and a pencil. Pencil is must, and you should it shouldn't be done roughly. Okay, and this answer number 6. So they are written very nicely. Okay, so here we are going to use the blue ball pen, and the rest of the answers they will be written in gel ink. Okay, let's go further. Answer in number 11. Suppose now answer number 11 has two options. So answer number 11, as discussed, A and S, 1 1, put colon and leave a line after that, and below that number 1 and number 2 is there. Okay, so this is the format. Leave a line after that. Answer number 12. Okay, answer number 12 has been started here. So it is started here. Answer number 12, it's a long answer type question. Okay, so in this way you are going to write the answers. So the answer number 12 is going on and it ends over here. Okay. Similarly, answer number 13 is written here, and answer number 13 means what? Long answer type question, ANS 1 3 colon. Okay, leave a line and then start your answer and avoid cutting as it has been done here. So in this way you can select the things. Now the most important thing is there that once the section is over, because we had started with part B, and in part B literature section was attempted first, and afterwards comes the writing section. So once the one section is over, if a space is left over here, don't write anything in this particular space. Leave this page. Whatever things has to be done, they have to be done on the next page. So make sure that writing section, if either you have used couple of lines, of you have used half of the paper, okay, if you have used 75% of the paper, you are not supposed to write anything on that particular paper. Just shift on to the next paper. Okay, so this should be done on the next paper. Now see, writing is written here. So W in bracket you have to write writing, WRITNG. And one more thing is there, the students then they write writing, they write incorrect spelling, WRITTING. It should be WRITING. Don't write incorrect spelling here. And answer number 6 is written here. Again use colon, and afterwards suppose I am writing the short composition. Short composition, notice writing. So notice writing, see, the girl had written NOTICEWRITNG in capital letters. So you are supposed to write in small letters where the first letter will be capital, and afterwards a colon is mandatory. It's compulsory. Use a colon afterwards. Okay, fine. So answer number 6, notice N will be capital, rest will be smaller, W will be capital in writing, and put colon and underline it. But it should be on the next page. Let's see. Now this is the answer. This is done very nicely. Okay, and as soon as we do, for example, this is notice writing. So what the students do, they use the indentation to draw the box. They use the indentation to draw the box. It means, see, here a space has been left and then the box has been drawn, and it has been drawn using a pencil and a ruler. So same must be followed by you people. Okay, then just go through the format. Now answer number 7 is related to advertisements. Now advertisement, answer number 7, put colon, advertisements, A will be capital, rest will be smaller, put colon here and underline it using a pencil and a ruler, and afterwards leave a line. It's must. For all the questions related to short compositions, leave a line and then make a proper box, not using the indentation as it is done here. Okay, beautifully it has been drawn, and see, blue ball pen has been used here to write the high title, and afterwards leave a line. Now answer number 8 is there. Now avoid such kind of things, practices in the final examination, and it comes only through practice. The more you will write, the more you will practice at home, automatically it will come perfectly that how are you going to write the examination, because in the final examination you don't have time to think, you have to write it, and it comes when you are in a practice of writing the answers regularly on a routine work. Okay, now what we have to do here, see, answer number 8, so leave this line. Okay, if you don't have that much space, leave. And what I suggest that don't write a letter or article in 3 pages. It should be done in 1.5 pages, and use the page wisely. So here the space was left, so leave that particular space, start it from the next page. Answer number 8 is written here, and see what is done here. Answer number 8, letter writing. Again it will be in small letters, first letter will be capital, and spelling as I told, and underline it using the proper format. Okay, this is the format for letter writing. Okay, now answer number 9, again article writing is there. An article writing is there. So article ARTICL is written. Don't do like this. It is in capital letters, avoid capital letters, article writings. Okay, and put colon. And in this year examination, two options are there. Either article writing would be there or report writing would be there. But it is on you people that what you want to choose. And what I would suggest you people that you should go with article writing unless and until you are perfect in writing reports. Reports are logical and they need a lot of practice. And articles you can go with the things, but it depends where do you feel comfortable. Are you capable of writing the reports properly or not? Otherwise go with the articles. Rest is on you people. What you think. Okay, now see, again one more mistake is there, that what I said, now part B is over. We have already done writing section, we have already done literature section. Now part A starts here, but it is not to be started from here because it is totally wrong. Just go on to the next page. All these things will be shifted on to the next page, right on the next page. Part A, as I said, part A will be in capital letters, and don't write marks here. No need to write marks because the evaluators, they know properly what is the marking scheme and all those things. You're not supposed to write anything. Don't waste time over there. And bracket, in common bracket, L will be capital and literature, put literature. Okay. Now answer number 3 is there in the literature section where comprehensions are there. Now in this year's question paper, around 40 multiple choice questions are there. Now how are we going to present them? That will be a challenge for we people, and it should be evaluator friendly. It should be a kind of thing where the evaluator, the examiner, the one who is checking our paper should feel comfortable. He should not get irritated. Okay, so answer number 3 is there, put colon. And now answer number 3, two options are there, 3A. So I have written in brackets 3A, leave a line afterwards and then put a bracket here. Now option number B is, 4 options are there, option number B is correct. Now what we have to do, we have to write the option number first and then write the full statement. Okay, first write the option number and then write the full statement. What the students do generally, they do vice versa. It means, see, if they write this option number afterwards here, it's totally incorrect. Avoid such kind of practices. First of all, bracket should be there and option number and then the statement. If you have shortage of time, what I would suggest you people that first write down the serial number, the question serial number, and then write the option number. Okay, leave the statement. And at the end, if you have that if you have ample time or you have that sufficient time to write the answer, you can go with that also. That would be much better for you people. So this is one of the way to write the answer. See, again, now one more thing is there, either it is 1 mark question, it is 5 marks question, or it is of 2 marks question. You are supposed to leave a line. So see, here it has been left. So B option is there, C option is correct. So leave a line after each and every answer. It should be done. Now answer number 3, B part is there. So no need to write answer number 3B. No, it is understood that answer number 3 is going on and all these things are there. And one more thing I would like to add, that all these, for example, part A literature section was there. So they all should be written at the same place. Don't do like this, that literature, one question is done here, then afterwards you started writing, then again you have started with the literature section. That is totally incorrect. Avoid such kind of things in the final examination or in the pre-board examination. Okay, so now 3B is there. Again you can see the format. One line is after each and every answer, one line is left here. Okay, answer number 4 starts here. It means now it is here. Again put a colon, leave a line, and afterwards what we have to do, we have to leave a line after each answer. See, in 4th it means there are no options there. There is no 3, 4A, 4B. So it means now serial number A is there. So serial number A means what? Serial number B is there. Serial number D is there. So whatever things are there, leave a line after each answer and write down the option number and then the full statement over there. Okay, now let's go further. Answer number 5 is there. And similarly answer number 5 colon and then afterwards serial number is there. Now serial number must be as per the question paper. Don't write your own, make your own serial numbers. First answer number 1, B part is the option and this is the statement. Now why am I asking to write the statement? Because when the examiners, they evaluate the paper, it's quite easier to remember the statements rather than the option number. So they have to again and again go through the paper and it could irritate the examiner. So it's better you write the statement afterwards in front of that particular option. It would be easier for the examiner. Make the examiner happy and he will make you happy. The thing is that. Now see, one more thing is there. See, reading section is there. Now reading section means what? In part A, reading section is there. And one thing should be noted, that if you couple of lines are left or 3 or 4 lines are left and you are going to attempt a question which will not be able to be completed in those 4 lines, leave that space. Don't write the answer on that particular page, just shift on to the next page. Okay, so reading section is there, it is totally incorrect, it should be done on the next page. Just shift on to the next page. Okay, now answer number 1 is there. See, answer number 1. Okay, so it would have been better if I had written it here, reading section, here itself only, reading section, then leave a line, answer number 1, colon, and then A, B, C. See, bracket are must and make brackets, afterwards option number, and then the statements. Okay, so in this way you are going to attempt the paper. And answer number 2, similarly, see how it has been written over there. So this is the thing. And at the end, I would like to suggest you people, suppose this is the paper that I have evaluated. Now one more thing is there, if you really want to assess your capabilities, your performance in the paper, see, part A is there. Part A, the student has got 28 marks out of 40, and in part B the student has got 31 marks out of 40. Okay, it can be seen here, part A 28 marks, part B 31 marks. But further I have divided. Literature, it was of 20 marks, and reading section it was of 20. In literature the student is getting 13 out of 20. Okay, and in the rest of the part she is getting in reading 15 out of 20. It means a lot of requirement, a lot of practice is required in literature as well as in reading section. If you really want to score above 95, or you are an aspirant to score 100 marks in the final examination. And similarly in part B literature section, okay, 19 out of 20, and writing section also 19 out of 24, and in writing only 12 marks are there. So in this way also you can assess your performance. So this is all about formatting and presentation. So just go through it, and before writing the examination, before sitting in the exams, just practice it once on a paper. Take a register paper and just practice it. No need to write the answers, just go with the format, learn the format. How are you going to write in the final examination? So this is all about formatting and presentation. Hope you have liked the video. If you really liked, like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.